All right, so it's looking better. Already looks better. It's not bad there. Right? It's a simple wrist turn, playing one note, which can be deceivingly more difficult than you think, or perhaps it's easier than you think. So, but what I helped you understand at last lesson, and I saw you fiddling with the idea. See, it's improved it, but I still see something not quite right in the angle and position. But we'll get there. So I had you. I'm finding this really helps a lot of students. I know it's helped me, and you know, Dick Wilson, you'd always see him do this. He was always doing something like that. He's sitting around doing that. So and this is a little different than what I showed you, right? What I showed you, and this is cool too, right? Because this is where we go. This is where we go to play rebound, so the stick can rock over the fulcrum, right? So, but what I was showing you was moving around the stick in this way, like this. Okay? And so if you're just with the first finger and thumb, right? You just see, and then it would come down. Yeah, see, yeah. It already looks a little better. There's a natural angle that occurs. And so this can help get us there. Now you'll notice, I taught a student yesterday who is struggling with his left hand, and it's quite fascinating. And so I have to be careful not to just assume people. I have to be very specific about the details, and not take anything for granted. Yeah. So we roll around like this, and what you feel when you do this, and remember, it's the flat of the thumb, and it's sitting right in the first knuckle of the first finger. You can feel, Dick Wilson would say, you can feel it in the meaty part of the area just below the knuckle of the index finger. And you can also feel it in the meaty part of the area just above the first knuckle of the middle finger, right in there. And so we don't want to be holding it so tight that this doesn't feel comfortable. All I feel, it's really important that you keep your stick straight as well. You've got those marks on your pad, so use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
These are probably not right though.
Well, right now they would help, because where you were, that looks okay, you see.
I'm watching my wrist here, so to get it to like be flat, I get this angle with the stick right now. Then that becomes flat. This becomes straight. This goes straight up. Then, if I do with more at the marks, then I start getting that rotated out situation, and I can feel it leaning in this way more. The stick looks nicer to me here, but the wrist looks bad back here.
Okay, this is really neat. Well, I enjoyed the challenge. Okay, I'll figure it out. I really will. So let's just let our arm hang by our side. Let's just work on the left for a minute. It's just hanging there, right? Right. And then, as Chuck Silverman would say, you're in half turned over when it's just hanging. And I agree with him. So you'd come up, and I guess you'd be a little bit half turned over. And Dick, so what would that look like? Well, you're not in half turned over. You see, you've already abrogated the experiment. I'm trying to help you fix it. So you gotta. So what does half turned over look like? Doesn't half turned over look like this? If you're just letting everything hang, I don't think when we just let everything hang, the hands are in this position. They're more like this. They're just hanging. They're not in French. Just stand up for a minute. Yeah, let your arms. Now just let your just let the stick run through your hand. Now you see you're in palm down. This seems uncomfortable. Go ahead and do this on purpose. Yeah, you see, now go into French. If you have French, your thumb is facing the monitor. Yeah, there. Now go somewhere just a little between it. It'll release that tension. Just a little. Do you feel the tension here? Roll into French. Roll into French. You feel a little tension? I feel it up in here somewhere. And it just wants to do this. Oh. Now if I roll into palm down, I feel tension here again. It just wants to do that. See, it's looking more normal now. Yeah, right? So go to French. In the left, yeah. Now let it hang. Don't do anything weird. Let it. Dick would say, let the stick hang plumb. Okay, so you're in French. It just seems if I really relax everything, it does that. See, if this feels like I have to hold it here. Now this feels like I'm not doing anything. Move over to your right just a little so I can see your right hand, your left hand. I just want to make sure I know what I'm looking at here. Okay, so go into French. You're always doing this. No, there. Now, go out a little more French. Oh, a little more. Show me the inside of your hand. Yeah, just let it hang though. Don't change the experiment. See how uncomfortable that is?
Absolutely.
You have to hold it there, right? Now just let it go. And where does it go? Let it go. Like that. Oh, you didn't really let the right. Your left's perfect right now. Your left looks just like mine. Now, okay. Now just go ahead and don't move. I mean, sit down, but try to keep that position and just bring it up. The left, yeah, sit down and bring that up. You see, you're fine. Sit down, you got it. Your left looks.
But I'm
careful. Yeah. Look, okay. Move forward. Come on, please. It doesn't matter if you're over this. Oh well, I know. Yeah, it's okay. It's just right. Okay. All right. Well, you've moved. Now I can't see your left hand at all. You have to move to your right now. A little bit. I mean, I have to. It's fair. It's only fair that I can see you if I'm going to help you. Or we could just do it on the phone. You know, the real cats can teach you on the phone. Believe it or not. Yeah, get comfortable. Move some of that stuff out of the way. Give yourselves a little breathing room. Okay, so that was clever. You got a different pedal for every set of how many hi-hats you got. I don't know. All right, so okay, now you're back to something that's not what you just were doing. So again, stand up right where you are. Okay. Now you show me the inside of your hand. There you go. Feel the tension there.
Yeah.
Let it hang straight. Don't do anything. Just let it hang. Inside of your hand, you got your grip. You got first finger. Take your other fingers off. First finger and thumb. First finger and thumb. No, just first finger and thumb. First finger and thumb. Take your fingers off and just use your thumb and index finger. No.
Oh, other direction.
I want this.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. See? So the only thing holding the stick is the first finger and thumb. Take your other fingers off. Play the saxophone or the guitar, but let it hang. You want it to hang. You can't lose. It's all about hanging. Okay. Now just wrap your fingers around comfortably. It's a little weird because you're showing me your hand. And I feel a lot of tension holding it like this. Now just let it go. Now watch. If I let mine go, it just flops into position. If I really don't do anything, if I create this tension in the whatever muscles are there in front of the elbow, and then I just do that. There, it looks pretty good now. Now just sit down and bring that up. Change it. Bring it up. There, stop. It's good. See, that's about what it should be. So just sit there for a second. You see the wrist is slightly, there's some, it's not this. You could be completely straight. Don't change now. It's so beautiful. That did it. I told you, I figured out. That fixed it. And you see your yellow lines aren't too bad. Okay? Now in the left, just keep it just where it is. All right, now just roll forward like that in your left. Just a little. Just a little. Not that much. Just come back now. Feel the butt end touch the butt ends on the pump. Don't go changing that angle, just leave it. It's very comfortable. Yeah. Now, so you're just going to go up so that the butt end comes away from the palm, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch. Don't have to move much to feel it. There. Beautiful. And come back. Right. Do that in your right. There. Just 1/4 of an inch. Palm. The butt end's away from the palm. Now come back. Just the right. Stay with me now. Okay. That is the classic Maurice Spivak snare drum position. He used to have you, apparently before I studied with him, and even then he'd have you sitting on pretty high stools with the pads up pretty high to accommodate the height of the stool. Don't just stay with me now. That's cool. And he'd have students apparently practice standing up, so you have that feeling. You're standing, you know. Okay, looks gorgeous. Now, I guess you could have a stick in the other hand and do this, but put your right stick. I hate to take it out of your hand. It's so perfect. It might never come back. It's always going to. Once you feel it once, you'll feel it again. Okay, now just slide the stick in and out. Come on, stay with me now. Don't go doing stuff that I'm not. Yes, go on, slide it. Yeah, see, it slides right through there, doesn't it? Feel it on the palm. You can feel it running through the first finger and thumb. You can feel it on the middle finger, first knuckle. I can feel it on the pad of my fourth. And I can feel it on the tip of my fifth. So it looks like this. Yeah, that's the feeling. And don't go pulling you don't have to do anything. You're just sitting there. You did this, you released it, you brought it up, you kind of went into match a little bit, and it was perfect. Yeah. Why are you taking your baby finger? Just leave your baby finger alone. Dick would say it's in concentrate on this. You can feel it in the crack, first knuckle of the middle finger. You can feel it on the pad of the fourth. And the way the hand is shaped, because it splays out this way, you can feel it on the tip of the fifth. I'm pretty sure you can right now. Feel the tip of the fifth just under the stick, not clutching so that you could slide the stick. And when you see? Yeah, and you see the first finger and thumb, you can feel the pad, the flat of the pad of the thumb, right in the center there. The stick is just going to slide through there. And then you feel it in that first knuckle of the middle finger, and the stick will just slide through there. Yeah, the whole thing is comfortable. With a grip, just don't start manipulating your grip. You're already starting to go this way. You want to go this way. I know you just let your arm hang by your side. You lost it a little bit. Roll out and do that thing. I made this up for you. I've never done this. And just let it go. There, you're back. That works for you. I'm a genius. Come on, don't do anything funny with your back fingers. Leave them under the stick where they would be normally. Okay, it looks really good. All right. So that's what we're looking to do, right? And we don't want to lose this feeling. We're focused mostly up here because these back fingers, you don't really need them. They're not really going to be very much involved. Sure, if you're playing really loud, maybe the pad of the fourth would come into play. Dick was okay with that. I studied with another teacher who was emphatic about holding off, only using my middle finger. And I ended up playing some really loud gigs, and you can only play with your middle, but until you start to get it, you don't want to hurt yourself. So you can just relax and not be too overly dogmatic about it's going to be 3 fingers. It is a 3-finger grip. These are the fingers I'm focused on. But you see, the hand works. The whole thing works together. That's why when you roll, start to lose your position, you're going back into this thing. There, it's back. You just came back. Yeah, there you go. Come up. Show me your hand, and then let it relax, and bring it up, and then bring it up. There. It works every time. Okay, so you'll see that if you roll up on the stick, all the fingers, you got to hold it. You got to want the butt end to come up. All the fingers they all open up, don't they? Except for the first finger and thumb. You're just rolling around through around the stick with the flat of the thumb and the first finger. No. It's not that. I told you, just go up 1/4 of an inch. See, you don't feel anything, do you? Is the butt end touching the palm when you go up 1/4 inch? No, because that's what told you went up 1/4 of an inch. We're using that as a gauge. It's 1/4 of an inch. Going up, yeah, see? You've released. You've moved around the stick. All your fingers opened up. Now, just because your 4th and 5th might not be on the stick, doesn't mean they're suddenly not going to work with the hand in that way. Okay, the whole hand work, it's a whole, Vinny says, I think he says it in the Modern Drummer article, Dick Wilson's Modern Drummer article, where, 4 famous drummers comment on having studied with Dick Wilson, and Vinny says, don't start doing this. It just goes up a little, tiny bit, and Vinny, like that. And Vinny says it's a whole-handed kind of thing, referring to the technique, right? Huh. I believe I did ask him what he meant by that, but that doesn't matter right now. Okay, so yeah, just don't exaggerate it. It's just this little thing, right? So that we know that if we're going to make a throw, I can feel this to this, a wrist turn, a wrist turn, a wrist turn, a wrist turn, a wrist turn. Okay, now we don't need to make we're just going to come up. Now you're going to come up just a little more. Just a little more. There. It's just hanging there. Now you know you're open because go ahead and squeeze. This is a Richard Martinez thing. Go ahead and squeeze your middle finger. Look what happens. The butt end comes up. See, that's not open. Yeah, now let it just hang there. It's in the middle finger though. See, it's in the middle finger. Look, it's in the middle finger. Can you hold it just with, yeah, see? And it doesn't feel like this. It feels a little different because the butt end is on the palm. But in reality, you are open, and if you do this, what happens? Pull your no, just the middle finger. Now you're not open. See, you really were open, but you wouldn't even know it. So now just put your guide on, right? And you're just sitting here and you've come up. Don't get all twisty, just come on up. A little more. There you go, it looks really good. And you're open. And because it's not going to do, you're not doing that. And then you're going to simply turn to the surface, and now I'm closed. Yeah. So that I'm in this position, like when you were moving around the stick. This really gives you the feeling of what it's like to finish your downstroke. This is just a little different, but Murray would say you're loose going up and you're tight coming down. See it? Look, see how solid that is? And when you get to the, just wait when you're done, because wait. Okay, now you're just a little twisty. So let your arm do your thing. We probably have to come up with a name for it. The show me your cards. You're not supposed to show the The game of poker, you don't show anybody. There. Okay, now go on. Okay, yeah. Now go on up. Go on up. No, now go on up. Go on up with that. See, you whether or not you know it, because it's on the palm, so it doesn't feel quite. And then make your blow. Turn up to the ceiling. Don't give me anything. It's Marie is all about elegance. So we're coming up, and then we turn. There. Okay. Now, if we're going to we're working on flams. So we're going to make a tap on the way up. You see, it's just that little tap. It has a feeling, because right when it makes contact, it feels as though just for a moment. I'm giving you really kind of. Dick Wilson didn't probably talk about stuff like this, maybe for a few years. Okay. I am. Okay. So there might be a moment just as it makes contact where it's like it's laying on the surface. So you could move around it. So there is a little bit of a feeling of this. It's not a one-to-one correlation. Just move around the stick. Move around the stick. There you go. That's all. That's all. There'll be the tiniest. I literally feel the skin. See how the skin can flex? I feel the skin do this. As it touches the surface, the back of the stick moves a little bit away, and I can feel the skin moving. Oh, but so you have to be at the floor. The floor is a really big deal. At the floor, we have your grip looks really good. Or now we're not going to do all that, but you know that feeling. Now we're just going to make a tap. Not bad. Let's do it again. See how it just pops away from the palm ever so gently, like that. See? No, you have to start at the floor. You have to be real patient about this. This is a huge part of the technique. Don't get all twisty on me. Just be natural. And you're just going to just do that. Like that. Okay, come back down. So you're rolling back down, but you haven't quite rolled down because it's on the palm. But you're back in position. And it's going to go down from the floor, which is about a half an inch above the surface. And you're going to concentrate on leaving your hand alone and just feeling the butt end just barely come away from the palm for just a moment as it touches. And then we just follow that up. Look at this to this. Up, down. There's a little release. It feels very much like when you just did this. To really successful, you have to get to this position. Let's remind you what this. You're not touching when you get to this position. Don't touch. Now we're not making. This is an up motion, not an upstroke. I'll show you the difference. An up motion doesn't touch on the way up. Just go up like you did earlier. A little more, just a little more. A little twisty. Okay, and come back. Flatten out, but don't touch now. We have to have the discipline to move around the bead like this, staying at the floor. Come on, come up a little more, feel that. Don't move the bead, come back down, don't move the bead. It takes some concentration. Okay, now so you're gonna go up like that. You're just gonna happen to bump into the surface as you go up. Just go on up and make a throw. Just happen to bump in on the way up. It's got to be all one. Okay, now to get it, you have to learn to not bump in and just make a downstroke with one seamless, smooth motion. So we're not going to touch. We're just going to go. See, it's not touching. You're just going to go. Do it again. Ooh. Yeah, now just do that, but touch on the way up. Like that. Not bad. Do it again. Make that one fluid motion, yeah. And right at the beginning, it touches. As the hand is really doing this. Look, isn't it? Yeah, the hand comes apart like that, and then it does that. Now do this with me. Stay on the left right now. I'm describing it in my right because my right's more well educated in that. Now you're just at the floor like you're playing, not up here. Down here. Uh-huh. Kind of somewhere in there. Now just do this. Don't go throwing your fingers open. They open from the wrist by themselves. You can feel them part ways right here at the 1, 2, the third knuckle. Not bad. Okay? And then if you'd cock and the hand would start to close because of you cocking like that. So cock to the ceiling and come back down. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Up, you got to close on the way down. And it closes because you're doing what? Because you're turning your wrist and the hand closes. You're turning your wrist at the top and your hand closes. Don't just let it flop and nothing happens. Okay, put your right hand by your thumb. Just touch your thumb. Cool. So when you go up, or here, just put your hand on, just put your other hand under your left hand. Just gently, just the tips are touching. You don't do a big thing. Just right there on like a little flat, keep it a little flat table. Like that. Just touching. Right? And just go up and just feel the longest fingers. Oh, perfect. Now you turn and you come back. You turn and you come back. Like you're clapping, but your hand closes. Yeah, it's like you're clapping, but it closes up at the top. Closes up at the top. Now you got to go up, feel everything open, and then feel everything close in one seamless, like that. Don't stop at the top. Got to be one smooth thing. Don't come up too much. You already, once your fingers have released, you go the other direction. Yeah, but it closes at the top. But it does feel like you're clapping, doesn't it? The same. There you go. You got it. You got it. Now just put a stick in your hand. Don't touch. We're not making an upstroke. An upstroke is where you touch on the way up, which is just almost the same as an up motion, where you don't touch. So we're just going, and I feel this. Just what you did. I go up. I can feel some opening here, here, and here. And then when I turn, I feel this area start to close, just like it did with no stick. Okay. Do that in the other hand. Good. Oh, look at you. See? Make an up motion without a tap. Up motion doesn't make a note on the way up. Got to go up. Go up a little more as though you were letting your fingers open, but they're not opening as much because you're holding a stick. And at the top you turn and everything closes. And wait at the bottom. Wait there. Don't pull up right away. Wait. Might not be another backbeat for 5 seconds. It's a ballad. It's a rock ballad. They give it a big backbeat, and you wait. Now all you're going to do is make a tap on the way up. Tap. Like that. Not bad. Now, are you able to put them together? Remember, a flam, no matter how we play it, is one hand high. I don't care how you do it. And the other hand, whoa. But we're trying to use this particular technique. And the way we do it is we put the metronome at 40, which you've done. Metronome on at 40. Now, here's where the discerning drummer can make the distinction with regards to the timing, the speed, can make the distinction between whether or not there's an upstroke or it's just an up motion. We have fans. Okay, so if it's at 40, are you at 40? I don't hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that really 40?
It is.
Yeah, this is 40. Click, click, click. So at 40, I'm going to find out too. See, maybe one could or should memorize when something becomes, and there's certain indicators in terms of metronomic settings that imply certain things. But I'm going to make sure. Now here, at this speed, I don't make an up motion. Sorry, upstroke. I just make a little tap, and then I do this. A little tap, and then I make a throw without an upstroke. So just in your left, make a little tap, and then go up. Just to left, just to left. No, a little tap, watch. And then it's a little note, one hand high, the other low. That'll be the hand, when you make your little tap, that's the hand that's low. The other hand's playing a high note. No, a little tap, might come up an inch. An inch. There, and then make a throw. Now, right, so go tap, throw, tap, throw, tap, throw. Got to make that throw that you've been feeling today. You got to get up to here. You got to do this thing. There you go. But don't make a note. Make a tap. No, you make a tap and then you go up. Little tiny 1 inch tap, and then it goes up like that. Half inch tap. Little note. Go on up. Make a big note. Go up a little more. Make one little tiny tap. Only making a ½ inch tap, and then go up. Little tap, then go up a little more. Go up just a little more. That's the gooseneck, I guess. There it is, you got it. Tap, tap, in time. ½ inch tap, keep this together. And then you got to go up a little more. Tap, big throw. Tap, go on up. Don't be afraid to feel this potential as though there's no stick in your hand. Go on up a little more. Break your wrist a little more. Tap. Then it breaks like that. Little tap. No, it doesn't go up and make a note on the way up at this speed. It just taps. That's where it's going to go. Now go on up. Give me a big throw. You have to break your wrist a little more. More gooseneck. There it is. There it is. Now make a little tap. Now go up. Yeah, there's plenty of time to go up. Make a tap. And then you do that in the right. A little tap. Little tap. Look at your angle in the right. It's perfect right now. Don't change a thing. Now go on up and give me a big throw by breaking your wrist and give me that. There you go. Throw. A little tap. Now go on up. Give me a big throw. You got it. Now put them together. So throw. Throw in one hand and then throw in the other hand. A little tap while you make a big throw in the other hand. You got it. Come on, break your, there you go. There you go. Don't give me an upstroke. Don't go up right away. Just a little tap. You don't have to go up right away. No, don't go up right away. Now you go up. Now you go up. Now you go up. You got it. Now you go. See all that time? Don't go up yet. We spend our time waiting. We don't wait up in the air and move unnecessarily. You got it. Okay, now we're going to go to quarter note triplets. Now let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Up. Do we have an upstroke yet? Still not yet. There's still time. Look how long I'm down. I come up at the last second. So one, oh no, wait. Kevin, let's see. 1 and a, 2 and a, 1 and a, yeah, 2 and 1 and. So there's still time to make a little tap and then come up. So this is what's happening. Just copy me. Here's 1 and a, 2 and a, 1 and a, 2 and a, tap, tap, tap. 1 and a, 2 and a, 1 and a. There you go. Just give me more of a gooseneck. Then make a little tap and then come on up. Can you count? There it is. 1 and my.
And 1, 2, and 1.
Don't make it an upstroke, just tap. One, and now you make a throw. One, no, little, so low to high. And then you throw. One, and two, and three.
And 1, 2.
You get the idea.
1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and up and 2 and 3. And
Got it. Got it. You got it. Do that in the other hand. That's good, David. That's good because now you're counting and getting the motions. You're coordinating it all. Doing the right. You got it. Little tap and then you throw. Plenty of time. 1 and throw. Tap.
1 and 2.
Tap. Throw. Tap. Throw. Just go for it.
And 2 and 3 and 4.
Not an upstroke.
1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and
Put them together. Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Little tap. That's, you got to concentrate on the little taps. One hand high, one hand low forever. A little tap and then you got to throw. Little tap and then you throw. Little tap, then you throw. Little tap, then you throw. No, you got to give me a throw. Here's another way to get it. Watch. You got it with hands individually, which is huge. So some time alone where you don't feel like there's the pressure of having to get it, and you'll have it. But watch, you can do it this way too. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. I'm just throwing. I'm just throwing. That's kind of all that's happening. No, there's no upstroke. There's no tap. We're not playing flams now. Yeah, we're just going 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. That throw that you just worked on, we're going 1 and 2. There you go. Don't make a tap on the way up. 1 and see, now you see the hand that isn't throwing. Look, it's just waiting. Let's focus on your left. It's throwing. Look at your left. No, let's look at the left. See, it's just going to wait there while the right hand throws. Look how long it waits there. It's waiting. No, keep in time. We've got to play to the metronome. It's waiting. Throw. Keep throwing in time. 1 and waiting. It's waiting. It could do whatever it wants now. It could play 5 notes right there. Yeah, it's just waiting. Just get used to the feeling of it waiting and not playing. Feel the throws. It's the throws. It's the throws. 1 and no, what are you doing? No, we're just throw in time. Throw. That's it. Keep going. Count out loud.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Waiting.
And
Waiting. 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 Look, the right's just waiting. The right's waiting. Give me a big throw. See how it waits.
1 and 2.
Waiting.
And,
Waiting. Waiting.
and 4 and 1 and 2
See
and
how long see how it waits?
and
See how long it's waiting at the floor? Like for an eternity. So while instead of just waiting, why don't you just make a little tap? So keep the throws going. Keep the throws going. Don't change the throws. There you go. No, you lose. Don't lose the throw. The timing of the throw. The throw like that. A little tap. Don't lose the timing of the throw. So keep the throws going no matter what. If you can't get the tap, forget it. Just wait until you're ready and try again. Throw, 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 little tap, throw, little tap, throw, little tap, throw, little tap, throw. Don't lose that feeling. You just put a little tap in just before you get to the surface with your throw. A little tap, a little tap, a little tap. There you go. Little tap. Don't lose that feeling. You got it. Okay, now we're going, yeah, you got the idea. So another way to practice. Now we're going to go to, now we're going to eighth notes. One and two and three and four. Now you get to do your upstroke. See, up, up. So you make that little tap. It might be, you could do it without it. Watch. It feels uncomfortable. It's just a little, it's a little too much of a flick for me right now, but when I don't need to, there will be a time for the flick. We'll get to the flick. See? It's just doing, see, watch. Go to the throw. See, you don't want to feel big. This is what it is. Just throw. Oh, throw. You got to come up, throw. No taps, no taps. It's the throw. It's all about the throw. No, no. I just want the throw. In time. One and, so it's one and two and.
One and
Oh,
two.
not a throw, so you're not feeling a throw. Throw, throw. One, count. One and two. Don't give it, just keep it cool. Don't start giving me some weird stuff. Remember, it's gonna come up. No, you gotta break your wrist a little more. I gotta see more of an honest to goodness bending of the wrist like that, like that, like that. More like that. See? Now, it's just keep that feeling. Keep that feeling. It goes back and forth. It goes back and forth. No, come on. You got to get up to here every time. It's going to do this and this and this and this. And like, this is how you walk. You don't suddenly start to goose step it. That's what they call it. There you go. Break your wrist, break your wrist, break your wrist, break your wrist. Now, as you break your wrist, that's going to give you the tap. Just let it come in contact with you. Break your wrist, it'll tap. Straight up. Well, you got to keep the throw going. Almost the timing of the throw. Go back to just throwing. That won't change, dude. And you've had it. Once you get the throw, it's over. No, it's not a throw. That's just some regular wrist turn, which is cool. It's not what we're doing. But break your wrist more. If you don't break your wrist, you can't get the little upstroke. There, see? Every time you break your wrist, you could just bend forward because you're at the floor. It'll touch. Almost. Don't lose the timing. Keep the throw. Keep the throw. See? I'm almost induced. You're almost touching by mistake. Tap, tap, tap as you go up. Tap, tap. There it is. Tap. Yeah, let's keep the throw. Keep breaking your wrist. Keep breaking the wrist. Keep breaking the wrist. You got it. Come on, keep breaking the wrist. Be dogmatic about breaking that wrist. Gooseneck. You're just going up straight in the left. You're not breaking your wrist. There it is. And then you just go up with a little tap, and that's your Murray Spivak single stroke. It's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, you're getting the idea. See, it's so easy. Because once you get this, you see, once you get this, you're good to go. See, always come back to the floor. See the importance of coming back to the floor? Don't play for a sec. Let me just tip you to see why it's so important to come back to the floor. See, I'm at the floor, aren't I? See, I'm at the floor right now. Just watch my right. See, it's at the floor right now. So if I want, it's so close, I can just, I'm going to go up. I'm just going to touch. I'm at the floor. I'm not touching, but I'm at the floor. So I could touch if I want to make an upstroke, and it makes the whole thing much easier. It's half the effort, twice the speed. So this is a really big, important part of it, because you're going to work on that. Okay, go through that, counting out loud. And if you want, you can make each hand you can play upstrokes to downstrokes individually, or the tap to a downstroke. So you can do one hand at a time. Okay, you're already looking a little more flexible. Yeah. Okay, now pull out the upstroke and downstroke. Be back. Library. Page 7. You have to get some kind of marker that'll write over the page 7. Yeah, that's it. Now you see, pardon me, you see the arrows? See the arrows? Those indicate downstrokes or upstrokes. The arrow pointing down is the downstroke, and the arrow pointing up is the upstroke. I'm just saying it. Okay. All right. Okay. So a downstroke always looks like that thing where you break your wrist. It always looks like this. Remember this thing, mature success? You went, oh. It always looks like that. With no stick in your hand. And the fingers come apart, and you put it on a little table, which is your other hand. And you go up and you keep the longest fingers, typically the middle finger, so it stays touching just a little, and then it comes back as you don't go lifting it up. It's just like, no, it has to close. That's where it's got to close. Don't clap like that. Yeah, it does feel like it could be a clap though. Something you've been doing your whole life. I was at the symphony with Dick, and they finished. They finished the work. You don't want to applaud in between movements. Don't do that. You have to wait for the piece to end. And he said, "Do you ever clap left-handed?" I went, "What?" Yeah. Feels weird, doesn't it? I had never thought of it. So it does feel a little different. You've probably been doing this your whole life, right? But you could do it this way. But for what we're doing, it closes. Okay. Now we're going to play the upstroke and downstrokes. We're into the library, man. We're into the library, and it's reiterating what we just worked on, right? So you're doing this. We're at 40, our favorite tempo currently. Can you do that? Or do I need to slow it down? Yeah, look at you. Come on, give me more of a gooseneck. Come on, break your wrist. Yeah, there you go. Up, down, release, squeeze, release. That's good, David. Release, squeeze. Yeah, you see? How easy that is. I thought I was going to have to slow it down. Okay, do that the other way. Remember, it's just this. It's just this. It's just this. Don't go giving me all weird stuff. You don't go like this. You just come up and you go the other way. Like that. It's very simple. Remember, the stick should be able to slide out. Remember this? Remember this? We're not going to start choking off the stick. No need. Okay, very good. Okay. Now you know that the first iteration, which will be yeah, you can see there's potential for speed here. So just let me know that you understand how the accent will shift. Play the first iteration, which is the second bar. You're at 40, right? I don't know if you have your metronome on or you're using mine.
I got mine on too. But...
Okay.
Oops.
Count out loud.
1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3
Nice and smooth now. Don't give me something that lacks the elegance that you know Marie insists on. It's part of playing properly. Playing properly means it will be elegant. That's not bad. You just drop it. make your, and turn to the ceiling and make your blow. You're open, close, open, close. Okay, you understand it. Really good. Now let's move on to 6/8. That was good. Hey, this is starting to work. Sometimes things don't transfer. You know, you're starting to get the, see why I started with the flam? To introduce the upstroke to downstroke. So there's a chronology of presentation that can be very helpful for most students. Okay, so now we have the thing in 6/8. So here we are. Here we're playing it to a dotted quarter. 1 and 2. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're in 6/8. Let's count up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, 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 up. It'll just take off. Yeah. Right now. You got that look on your face. I get the speed racer look. I get it. Okay, so can you do this and really catch the upstrokes where they're supposed to be? Quarter metronome is at 40, and we're playing to a dotted quarter. So that's 3/8 notes per every click, and it'll go back and forth, right to left. Go and play it. How are you gonna count it? Count up to 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, now stop. You're playing it correctly, but what the heck is that? There ain't gonna be any speed there. I dare you to figure out how to get that to go up. Get that to really happen. It goes up, yeah, it's half the number, twice the speed. Because see, you don't have to make that note. That's really good. Don't come up too much. Don't just. It's just this gentle little bend, as though it's doing this. See how little this is? It does go up though. It goes up, so, but it doesn't do some funny thing mimicking it. It's this beautiful the Malaysian dancers. There you go. You don't move too much. That's what you need. But you do need to break your wrist. Just enough. Don't overdo it. And don't go yanking up with your forearm. It's about the bend here. It's about the bend here. That's how you get the bottom of the bead when you go up. Like that. Come on. If you're bending in the right, bend in the left. There you go. It's too slow for you. All right, fine. Okay, yeah, that's right. You see? Yeah. Like that. You get the idea. So let's give you another tempo. I sped the thing up exponentially, but so we could go da 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 da. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why don't you play it to a quarter note, not a dotted? Okay. Do you have the? Are you a modern enough guy to accomplish that? Okay, now we're getting into the kind of Dick Wilson-ish conception, right? Elliott Carter, John Adams. Okay. You got to keep making that. So how's that going to work? So what is count? What is the speed of 8th notes? Don't play. Just count. This is intellectual. It's not playing for a minute. Just 8th notes. How do you count 8th notes? To a quarter note.
1 and 2.
No, wait. Just 8th notes. Every click is going to have a number.
So, yeah.
1, 2.
Or you just want me to go and, or you want me to count 8th notes with the 6 in mind? Or you want me to count with the?
No. Yeah, I already got you thinking.
Yeah, I'm trying to fit.
Yeah, I know. Forget 6.
Right? 6 and the 1.
Forget 6.
Okay.
Just count 8th notes to a quarter click. Don't play.
1 and 2 and 3 and
Incredibly simple, right? Yeah, you got it. Now,
Okay.
at that speed, your voice is making sounds at a particular tempo. So instead of going 1 and 2, just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at that speed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, you got it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? It's a little faster now. Now play it with the technique, with your emotions. You were just playing it faster than this, you know. But now you're playing with a band, and you're going to be playing some kind of cross over the bar line rhythm. See? It's completely messed you up. Now you don't know where your upstrokes are, where the accents are. It's the same thing. You're just playing at that speed.
Sure. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, it's 1, 2 and. See, it's that speed. Yeah, you got it. 1. Now, don't give me that weird arm thing now. It's just this. There it is. Count, count. Come on, keep counting. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
1
3.
and 2 and. Hold on.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Now you count 1, 2. Once you get the timing of that, 1 and you just internalize it and start counting 6.
1 and wait. 1 and.
No, don't count ands now. Count ands just to get the timing. Click.
1.
And yeah, that's it. Then start counting 6 at that speed. You got it. That's it. Nothing. It's nothing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it'll come around to click. Just go for it. Play. You got it.
Got it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1,
2 and 3, 4 and 5. That's where the click is now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now just go and play the pattern.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Rush. Don't rush. You got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and it's going to click, and that won't be the accent because it's on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
A little bend and the throw. You got to keep going. Don't stop.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3.
Your arm, it's smaller than that. It's just this. It's not this. It's just this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
A little smaller. That's good. You got it. Don't stop. Keep going. I'll give you instructions as you go because you got it. Hey. Let's find another level of speed. Let's see. Now, and you know that that just like in the 4/4 version of this, he moves the accents around, right?
Yeah.
So it's 1, 2, 3, and so the upstrokes will be in a different place with regards to your counting. But I think you get that. Let's just give you one more tempo. Let's see what I can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll play it to 1 click, right? So it's going to be twice as fast. So this is easy. Like playing it in one. The same, you were right, you got it. But just a little faster because the same hand will always land with the metronome.
And the metronome is still at 40?
Yeah, just keeping the metronome or just being creative and speeding it up that way, right? So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, click, 4, 5, 6, click, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, click. So first count it, so I know, because now we're into counting and thinking.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
Well, this one's easier though, because this is number 4.
What's that now?
This is number 4 on the roll chart.
Where are you? What are you? Oh, okay. I see. Okay, is that how you're thinking? All right.
That's why what the last thing you just explained to me, because you're going you're going between them, just like that roll exercise, which I've been doing a lot. So therefore, now this becomes easy because it's
see how everything lends itself to the next thing, or to something from before. It's all connected. So
I'm playing this chart, so as in I just came to some ideas with it. But anyway, I'm sure you know. No, I'm in moments the last couple of days with the roll chart, so it's fun. So I like the roll chart exercise a lot.
Okay.
Anyway, back to this one.
I'll have you work on that this week, okay? Because it sounds like that's intriguing you. Okay, so go ahead and play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Click 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and play. Motions. It's all about the way we're playing. Once we get the concept down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2.
No, just start with the accent. Just play the first.
The first iteration.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, too slow. Oh, too slow. There it is. There it is. But give me better motions. Cleaner, more elegant, soulful motions. It's just this little bend.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So close.
Yeah, just speed it up as you go. You'll find it. Keep going. Don't stop. Move less of an upstroke. Just break your wrist. There it is. See? Oh, it's so much more relaxing. There you go. Don't forget to break your wrist on the left. Copy. No, just a little. Doesn't mean it gets stiff and jerky. Just break it. Smooth. There. Smooth. Yeah, dude. All right, David. Yeah, man. Good. And I see what you mean. And exactly, you'll find that when it comes to approximating Dick's concepts, for instance, here we've got to figure out the speed of said stroke so that we land where the click is designated, right? So now you have to get 6 notes in faster, which exactly, see, it's just like the singles exercise. You've got to fit notes in, and so that was a good insight. You're right, and perhaps that is why you got it so essentially effortlessly. Well, it's not a big deal. This isn't a big deal.
I'm hopefully be a little bit quicker. But yeah, no, I was messing around with 11 this morning, like 11. I guess it was technically 11-4, 11-8, 11-4, 11-4 would have been technically.
Okay.
So I'm counting up to 11 here, and to break it, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And if I'm just counting this hand, then that goes to 11. If I want to do, then I can do eighths here. So, but that's not, then it's 22 eighths, right, or something. But 11 fourths, I think, is easier. So Anyway, I know nothing about odd times, but this is starting to kind of break into my head. So that's me.
Yeah, well, Dick was famous for his odd time playing, right?
This also rolls right into my my 9 thing, taking this chart to 9.
I want you to, if you have something creative that is inspiring you, go for it. In the meantime, I'm turning off the camera. Very good.
From point to point, you got a 64th then. So you're popping yourself up and you're loading a 64th note as your final iteration, or you're popping yourself up to like 18-2 or whatever, right, or 18-4. So at least, or equivalent time signature of that, right? So it's kind of cool because now you're really pretty much at the end of interesting time signatures, almost sort of.
My only request is that you don't curb your enthusiasm. I'm turning off the camera.